Hey everybody, it is Saturday morning and I just got back from a big chain pet store. I went over there today to see if they got any hatchet fish in. I want to bolster my school up a little bit here. I've only got 4 of them in the tank. At least there should be 4 in there. I'm only seeing 3 at the moment, but there should be 4 of them in there somewhere. And unfortunately they did not get any new hatchet fish in yesterday, so I was not able to bring any hatchet fish home. However, I made a really impulsive purchase while I was there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking when I bought these, but I bought them anyway. So I need to get this quarantine tank cleared out a little bit. I got to get those 3 hatchet fish. There's the 4th one. I knew there was 4 of them in there. Need to get these 4 hatchet fish out of there and put in their permanent home. So we'll take a look at that later on in a different video. But once I get this tank cleaned up a little bit, we're going to put my new acquisitions in here and begin their quarantine process. So sit tight and I will show you what I got in just a minute. Alright, I got 6 Bala sharks. 6 of them. They're a schooling fish. They're actually minnows is what they really are. And they're a schooling fish, or shoaling fish I should say more accurately. So keeping them in a small group is always a good idea. These fish will not necessarily die of loneliness if they're kept singularly or in pairs of 1 or 2, or 2 or 3 rather. It's hard to have a pair of 1. They can get nippy towards other fish though if they're not kept in a small group. If you keep them 2 or 3 together, the least dominant might get a little more bullied. So it's not crucial to keep them in a group of 6 like I've got them, but I think it'll be better for the fish, and where I intend to put them it will just look fantastic, and that is going to have to be a secret for now where they're going to go. You can speculate if you will, but I'm not going to give up where they're going until we actually see them in their new home once they're done with their quarantine. So a few little details about them is that they get really, really big. A lot of you are probably already thinking, what am I going to do with 6 enormous fish? They can get up to 14 inches in the wild. They seldom get more than 10 in the aquarium, but they can get up to a foot in the aquarium. So, you know, 6 fish that are a foot long take up a lot of space, but for those of you who follow along and you know my videos and you know my way of doing things, I have places I can take fish and sell them or trade them in. I've got a couple of different fish stores that will work with me. So if I get 2 years out of these Bala sharks and I enjoy them and they get to grow to size in one of my tanks and eventually become too large and I run out of options to house them, I can always just rehome them down at my local fish store and get some store credit or something like that. So I don't recommend, if you're in a situation where you don't have the opportunity to do that and you have a 20 long or a little 40 gallon or even a 55, I really wouldn't recommend getting Bala sharks, and I definitely would not recommend getting 6 of them. If your largest tank is only a 55 or something like that, you would probably need a good, I don't know, I'm going to say at least 150 to 200 gallon tank to house 6 full-grown, you know, a little shoal of full-grown Bala sharks would require a very large tank. But they're peaceful, they're friendly. As long as I don't keep them with fish that are small enough for them to gobble up, I won't have any issues. I think I've already lost a few of the little guppy babies in this tank, which is fine with me. I did remove some of the more interesting looking ones, the more adult guppies, and when I pulled the hatchet fish out of there, I found there was a 5th one hiding up in the bushes there. So I actually have 5 of the hatchet fish, not 4. So it makes a nice little school in the tank I put them in, which is also going to be a bit of a mystery for the moment. You'll have to watch for my next video when I show you the hatchet fish in their brand new home. So this video was just to show you my new acquisitions. I also got 2 rubber lip plecos while I was there. One of them is going to go in my wife's tank because it's a filthy mess and needs some cleanup crew in there, and the other one is going to go in my pea puffer tank upstairs, and I'm going to see how well a pea puffer or a rubber lip pleco gets along with the pea puffers. I think it will be okay, but there is a possibility he might get his fins nipped or something like that, so that will be sort of an experimental placement of that fish. But hopefully I'll be able to get those 2 rubber lips. There's one in the right hand corner just above the pineapple. You can see on the back glass there's one of those rubber lips. So they'll have homes, and then of course once the quarantine period's over of about 6 weeks, these Bala sharks will be going into their new home too. So look forward to that. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss any of the stuff I've got going on or coming up. Lots of good stuff, and I can't wait to get these guys out of their quarantine and into their new home already. It's going to be fantastic. So thanks again for watching this one. I'll see you real soon in the next one.